Hey guys, Becky from Bex and Books. I am here with my last video of the year. It is the 31st of December. I was gonna say January, and it is about probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's all happening. Everything's got to be prepared and going to a friend's house to count down the end of the year. So yay, what fun. And I figured I'm going to share with you guys what my book bucket list slash resolution, bookish style, as well as a few of my personal resolutions. I know resolutions for some people are like, oh, here we go, another bunch of things that you can be disappointed in and you won't accomplish, blah blah blah. But I thought of a different way to go about resolutions in terms of making not complete promises but changes. So you will see what I mean in a moment. I've got a fair few books that I have on my bucket list, but they are series as well as certain books that have been on my TBR for over a year now, and it's just getting redonkulous and I just got to get to them. So I'm going to share those with you. And yeah, it is like currently like 40 degrees Celsius here in Australia. It's just crazy hot. That's why I'm trying not to open all my blinds and stuff. I'm like, whoo, I got all these little fans. I got like my baby fan here because it's quieter than the big fan, which is over there. So I really hope there's not a lot of static or anything, but it is hot. So let's get this stuff done. I have not been motivated to do anything because it's been too hot to put makeup on and anything like that. So first off, I have The Narrow Road to the Deep North by Richard Flanagan, and this is a beautiful cover, and I've heard it's a beautiful book and it's Australian. So this was the Man Booker Prize winner of 2014, and it's taken me this long to finally be like, nah, that's it, it has to happen. So I'm really intrigued by it, and I really do want to get more into these style books and everything, but I'm not going to force it too much. But I definitely want to read it. So another book is also another great piece of literature is Harper Lee's Ghost Set, a Watchman. This is the, well, was meant to be the original To Kill a Mockingbird book, but then she decided to release To Kill a Mockingbird instead of this one, and then it was found. And I've been a bit iffy about reading it because apparently Harper Lee herself didn't want to release it, but I guess people get greedy and they're like, no, you gotta release it, we want the money. But I do want to support Harper Lee in her original writing. I know it's going to be slightly different to Kill a Mockingbird. It's not an exact sequel, but I'm very curious all the same to see what she did originally have in mind for these characters as older people. So the next one I have here, and I've been literally wanting to read this or the next couple of books for the longest time. I just can't even tell you how long I've been wanting to read these books, and I keep just procrastinating them, and knowing that they're such deep stories, I have to be in the right mindset for them. But enough is enough. I really want to read these, and that is The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. I have not read this, I know, and everyone's talking about how amazing it is, and I just really want to read this book. And the thing that's disappointing about this 60th anniversary edition is they don't have the pictures in it. Like, you would think that they would, but they don't. So I think I'm going to have to buy the other one as well, so that I can see some of the pictures and everything. But this beautiful soul wrote in her diary, something that all of us like to do, especially through troubled times, and this was while she was hiding from Hitler. And yeah, it's her view and stuff like that, and what she went through. Obviously she's no longer with us, and which is so sad, but I'm glad that this was published for us to experience that ourselves and to realize what life was like for some less fortunate people. So I definitely want to get to this ASAP. Like, I'm probably considering January, February, so because it has to happen. And the same with The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I never said that properly, but I am definitely going to be reading this next year, next month, January. It's going to be on my TBR, because what better way to start off the year than to knock out a resolution / bucket list already. So this one is yet another Nazi era type of book, and this is meant to be in the point of view of death, but I'm very intrigued by it. And like I said, I have been wanting to read it for like the longest time and refused to watch the movie until I have read the book, and I really want to watch the movie, so I have to get on this train. So I cannot wait. The next one I have here is Gallipoli Street by Mary Ann O'Connor, and this is yet another Australian novel. I'm very much looking forward to this. I wanted to read it ever since it had come out, and I had originally bought it when it first came out, but then I got sidetracked with a lot of other books, which is so completely bad, because it's easy to just, you know, push aside something as beautiful as these kinds of stories and go for a fantasy novel or a romance or something like that. And I don't want to do that. I want to read more of these types of books and become a stronger person for these sorts of books. So yes, I'm definitely aiming to read more Australian authors, novels, etc. So one of the series that is on my list to finish is The Mortal Instruments. I am up to book 4, which is City of the Fallen Angels. This is by Cassandra Clare. Book 3 I read like a few months ago, so yeah, and then I just didn't have the thrill to just pick up this next one straight away. I was kind of like, meh, we'll just leave it. It just holding this book up doesn't thrill me. I know a lot of people are a huge fan of it, but unfortunately it's not something that's completely up my alley, because there's been a few things that I didn't like in the first 3 books. But I mean, I am going to finish it. It's not going to be the best and my favorite, but I heard The Infernal Devices is a lot better, so I plan on reading those as well as part of the series. So we'll see where it takes me. The next one I really want to complete is Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series. I've read the first one. It was amazing. I've got Hollow City here, and the Library of Souls or Lost Souls came out this year, so I definitely need to complete this series. I've been putting it off, but I do want to get back into this world. So this trilogy is by Ransom Riggs, and I just love how peculiar it is and how he uses photographs to tell the story and to make things seem extremely realistic, like, oh, that's what it kind of looked like. And they use such different pictures, and freaky, but they're real pictures. So I definitely choose to read this series and focus on it to finish it, because there's only 2 books and they're amazing. Well, the first one's amazing. The next one, which I know Samantha from Novels and Nonsense will be like, finally, Becky, but I plan on picking up the Robin Hobb series. This one is the first one, Assassin's Apprentice. Apparently there's different kind of trilogies or series connected to each other, but it's best to read them in the order I think it was published, because they do, I think, make pop-ups and the world is like all similar and stuff like that. I'm not an expert at it. Go ask Samantha. She's like Robin Hobb's biggest fan, so the way she just gushes about it has me like wanting to pick this up. And this is the first one. It's quite short, but I do want to get into this world and see why she raves so much about it. So that is definitely the series that I'm most looking forward to picking up for next year. And of course, Stephen King's books. I really want to pick up more of Stephen King. I love him, but I haven't read all his books, and this one is one of the ones I've been anticipating the most, and I haven't read it yet. Isn't that the strangest thing? You've anticipated a lot of books, and yet you have not yet picked it up. So that's like, yeah, life, adulthood. So this one's Mr. Mercedes, one that I definitely want to pick up first, but I do want to pick up his older works first before picking up his newer work, and I know I've been all over the place at the moment with them, but after reading this one, I'm definitely going to go back to his older work first and tiptoe my way up. So very much looking forward to this, and it's going to happen. Now here's the series that I have not yet started, and I do need to start and finish, obviously, and the first one is the Divergent Trilogy / also novella. I've had this box set for like the longest time also, and I still haven't read them. I don't even think I've taken them out of the box. They're also like prettily, like sitting pretty. Like obviously it's hard to get them back in, but I've literally not picked these up ever since I popped them on my shelf. So these are by Veronica Roth. I have watched the first movie. I haven't watched the second movie because I was considering reading the books first, but I have watched the first movie a million times. So I'm definitely looking forward to picking these books up as soon as I'm done with the series that I'm reading at the moment, because I don't like to read several series at the same time, because then you just don't get the full experience, I believe. So I limit it to at least 2, especially if you're almost finished one. So yeah. The next book series, I know I'm so bad, but this is Vampire Academy series. I've got the first 4 books. This is by Rochelle Mead. Now you can tell that I have had these for a million years. I'm talking, I've probably had these for like 8 years. 6 years, 8 years. So I don't even think they sell these covers no more, which is so bad. I'm like furious about that, because I'm like, I don't really know about these, like, I don't know, but they're those covers. Everyone's talked about it a million times. Oh, it's really floppy. And I've also watched the movie, which was very intriguing, so of course I'm going to have to pick up the books. I own the first 4, and I've heard so much good things about it, and I would like to also continue into the Bloodline series. So yes, now to get it back in. So as you can see, I've got a lot of series to get through, but another one of my resolutions, other than all these amazing bucket list books, is that I've been slacking a bit on my classics a month. I got some classics here that I do still need to get to, and like Jane Eyre, Emma, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, The Great Gatsby, Little Women, Wuthering Heights. There's Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility, though I've read Sense and Sensibility. I really want to reread Jane Austen books. So I'm definitely going to be doing my classic per month again, and not slack this time. So I should try to read that near the start of the month, so then I have plenty of time to read it. And that's not even close to half of my TBR pile, but that's okay, because we read 1 book and then we buy like 5 in return. We work well, don't we? But now I want to share with you a couple of my personal New Year's resolutions. So like I said, I'm not choosing resolutions that are going to be easily breakable, something that is doable, and something that I'm not going to be too disappointed if I, don't complete them, because you can't limit to yourself to, from this day forth, I'm not going to have sugar or chocolate or tea. No, not tea, but you know what I mean. So I reckon that's things that are breakable. Those are things that you shouldn't limit yourself to, because the moment you say you're not going to have pizza no more, you're going to want pizza straight away, like the next day. So I believe in not limiting yourself too much. But my resolutions at this stage are to be happy, be fit again, eat healthier, challenge myself, especially with my anxiety, love myself more and to be more confident, so to find my inner self basically, to become more organized, so that's going to definitely help with my anxiety a lot more, to have a routine so that it is easier to do things when I have a routine and I'm less stressed by it, take chances. That's something I have not done a lot of, like challenging myself, yes, but taking chances as well. Like, stop thinking of the what is and just go for it. Like, enjoy my life basically. To drink more water, obviously, every single day. Sometimes I just forget to drink water and I don't drink at all, and then I suffer from like dehydration and stuff like that, which is not good. So definitely one of the ones that is definitely doable is to drink more water. To stop hiding in my room. That is one of the hardest things that I've done for like ever with this anxiety, is I have my own lounge room in the house I rent. My roommate has one and I have another, and yet I still find that I spend so much more time in my room, or my feet take me there without me realizing where I was going. So I definitely want to spend more time in my lounge room and to spend sleeping in my bedroom. It's probably one of the reasons why I do have trouble sleeping, is because I do spend a lot of time in my bedroom. So that is definitely one of my top resolutions. And basically to finish the Tone It Up challenge that is starting on Sunday the 3rd, I believe it is, I am doing this challenge. I have already bought like their DVDs and stuff like that, but then I stopped like halfway. I made excuses, everything like that. But this time I really want to finish what I started. It is about 8 weeks or 30 days, I'm not sure. But I really want to finish what I started, and I really want to set my mind to it and just do this Tone It Up challenge. It's not difficult. It's easily done. There's no excuses, really. There is really no excuses. So that's definitely going to ease my resolutions of eat healthier and be more fitter. And of course to save a bit more money and to budget a lot better, because I tend to be like, okay, I'm not going to spend this money. This money is for being an adult and paying bills and stuff. And then you're like, oh, look, books. And then you go buy books, and then you gotta really budget. So my plans are to just be more in control of my money and to spend more wisely. I know people are like, hey, I thought you were going to do things that are doable. Yes, I can buy a book. I'm not saying I'm not allowed to buy a book, but I'm going to set limits and rules per month for myself, so that I don't get too much out of control, and hopefully stick to it. So those are my resolutions, my bookish ones and my personal ones. Let me know down below what you guys have as your resolutions. I would love to hear it. Let me know down below also if you've read any of these books and which ones I should just bump to the front straight away. Keep in mind I am reading a book series at the moment, so any of the book series that you do want me to bump close to the front will only happen after those book series, so more of the standalone ones. And yeah, please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you wish to subscribe, and I guess until next year, I hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year's Eve party with the ones you love. If you're only at home in your pajamas with your fur babies or just alone with a book, make the most of it. Still say Happy New Year's, and then continue on with your book world if that's what makes you happy, but just be happy wherever you are and be safe, please, guys. So until next year, I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Thank you guys so much for being absolutely amazing people and to help build my confidence in the booktube world, and thank you for your support and the subscribes and just being you guys. So I've never felt so much more confident than when I started doing these booktube videos, and that means the world to me to have like-minded people watching my videos and commenting book recommendations and everything like that. So thank you guys so much. Happy reading, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.